YouTube channel. I mean, I have YouTube channel, but thing is making vlogs and thing. It's a difficult and time consuming thing. But obviously, I'll surely look into that. And yeah, live thing. Obviously, weekend pay. I'll try. I'm just trying to get into after 100 days you come out, and it's not easy to absorb the surroundings. And but it's been a week now. I'm doing better than before. I mean, see, every week, I mean, what happens is sometimes you go right, sometimes you go wrong. When you go wrong, so you get bashed for that. See, I miss Karan the most, I would say, because the most amount of time I've spent is with Karan only. And as well, Rashmi also. Rashmi has been a really good friend.
So Umar, we've taken questions from your fans. So Umar Riaz with Faridun has been trending for quite some time now. Let's see what. So there are millions of questions, so we can only select a few. But let's take a few of them. This is sure. Sarika Kumari from Delhi. What projects would you like to do now, as your fans are eagerly waiting for your next great project?
See, right now. I'm looking forward to some music videos. If I mean, the queries have been coming, so you guys see me surely in some music videos, and I would love to do like as an actor in some web series or something. So yeah, definitely they're going to see me very soon. I would say in a music video, which is
Okay, this is Shafia. Umar Riaz, please open a YouTube channel because your fans miss you a lot. पहले आप तो 24 घंटे दिखते थे, लेकिन अब सारा दिन एक ट्वीट, एक इंस्टा स्टोरी का सारा दिन एक इंतजार करते हैं. प्लीज कम लाइव ऑन इंस्टा ऑन वीकेंड बिकॉज हम आपको देखना चाहते हैं कि आप कैसे हैं.
YouTube channel. I mean, I have YouTube channel, but thing is making vlogs and thing. It's a difficult and time consuming thing. But obviously, I'll surely look into that. And yeah, live thing. Obviously, weekend pay. I'll try. I'm just trying to get into after 100 days you come out, and it's not easy to absorb the surroundings. And but it's been a week now. I'm doing better than before. So surely I'm going to be more active on Instagram.
This is Shadab from Varanasi. It's a request. Makers contact you for comeback. Please put the condition will do only if your profession don't drag unnecessarily. And if they directly contact you for finale, then please don't go. Otherwise, we have to reinstall the app. No Umar, no BB.
I mean, I think hardly the show is left. What information is, what the information I got is that it's going to get over by the end of this month. So I don't think I'm going back in the show. And let's see what happens. I mean, with the channel. I mean, right now there's no chance of going inside because the show is about to end.
This is Tish from Toronto, Canada. What are some bucket list items you want to complete in the next few years, professionally and personally? Also, I want to say that I love you, and I used to watch the Big Boss live feed daily just for glimpses of you. Tish from Toronto, Canada.
Hey, Tish, thank you so much for the support. And bucket list is like, I just want to buy firstly, I think I want to buy a new car, and it's going to be maybe in the coming year, maybe a house, if with God's mercy, I would say, and just take go on a trip with me and my parents, I would say, probably to Hajj or something. I have plans, but let's see.
That's amazing. Okay. This is Ruqayya from China. All right. How it felt when you served the whole country in COVID crisis, being a real hero and were targeted by the real hero, thinking of themselves the hero of world in NASA as well, as it was very disappointing to watch this. How you overcame this shit?
I mean, see, every week, I mean, what happens is sometimes you go right, sometimes you go wrong. When you go wrong, so you get bashed for that. and yes, my profession would be brought along with it. But I would always keep my spirits high because I was like, I have to perform. This is so. I mean, I was never. If you would have seen, every week I would be bashed, and every week I would perform and try to entertain the people. So so I know nobody can lower my spirits. I would say I was the day I went inside the house. I was like, I have to live these 105 days, no matter what, because I always kept motivating myself. It's okay. Things sometimes go low, sometimes high. When they're low, buckle up and perform. So this is what I would do in the house.
All right, this is Shikha Tiwari. What is that one thing you miss the most when you were inside BB House? And what's that one thing you are missing now from the BB House? We love you, Dr. Umar Riaz, fan of Umar Riaz from Mumbai, Maharashtra.
When I was inside, obviously, I was missing my family, my brother, how they are. I mean, because obviously you always call them daily, so I was missing that. Outside, obviously, I miss. Every day there was a new thing, right? You were always on your toes. Sometimes there were nomination, there were. I would love to do tasks. Whenever there was a task, I was always charged up and the routine. I mean, you would get. You would get a cup of tea and you would chat with everyone. There were like 10 people out there, and you would get. And I would make Sometimes I would make chapatis also, and they would cook really good food, and everybody would eat on the table or at the same time. So those things I miss. Though there were a lot of tips and a lot of differences between people, but yeah, somehow when food would be made, everybody would sit and they would talk and chat. So those things I do miss because in normal life you're like hardly alone. I mean, I stay alone, so I miss those companies, I would say.
Pragya Singh from India. Hi, Umar. First of all, love you a lot. Would want to know what was your reaction when you heard the news of Sidharth Shukla's demise? How was Asim's situation that day?
See, yeah, I mean, it was like a shock when I heard this, and when I called Asim. I mean, he was very low. He was almost about to cry, and he really cried. He told me later that he really cried, and whatever had happened in the show, I mean, they had really shared such a close bond, and somehow they couldn't connect outside, and there was always, I think, in both. I'm sure both of them always wanted to connect because they shared such a close bond. So that was a very devastating news. And when Asim got to know, the first thing was he rushed to the hospital to meet his mother and show his affection.
All right, this is Maria from Kochi. Whom he misses most in the show and person he don't want to keep in touch after the show.
Yeah, I miss Karan the most, I would say, because the most amount of time I've spent is with Karan only. And as well, Rashmi also. Rashmi has been a really good friend. And Rajiv, I would say, my bond with Rajiv was really nice. I mean, we were really good friends. And I don't want to, I mean, I would just say I want to stay in touch with KK, Rashmi, and Rajiv only, I would say. And Shamita as well. Shamita is nice. So, yeah.
The name is not there. It's lots of love from Chennai. The question is, our whole family, my friends, my colleagues, even love the bond between Rashmi and Umar, such pure, and we love the way they respect each other. Big fan of Rash.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, your love and support means a lot. And because of your love, my journey has been so successful. So I would say thank you so much.
All right, this is Muskan from Gurgaon, Haryana. Firstly, congratulations, Umar, for your brilliant journey. You have won millions of hearts. What was your first reaction when you heard Tera Bhai made by Asim, and how much you were disappointed by your eviction?
Firstly, I would say how it happened was my eviction was there. I was very disappointed because of I pushed him and I was out. So that I thought that tag is going to stay. But then when I came back home, the first thing Asim did was he made me hear this Tera Bhai song, and it was like such a nice track, and I was like, fine. It just cheered me up, and so obviously that eviction was very disappointing because I would tell KK Karan that I want to see you and myself, on the finale stage, and me and sir holding each other's hand, and whoever wins, it will be fine. But I want you and me together there. So obviously there was disappointment because I wasn't there. I was out of the show. But with the love and support I saw outside, I was like, my job was done.
That's amazing. This is Aisha from Doha. How he is so kind-hearted and down to earth with everyone on the show. Also ask him to visit Qatar.
See, down to earth, I think I'm a believer of I'm a believer. So I fear my Lord, and so that's why it just makes me my prayer makes me humble, and my upbringing, I would say we have started from a very small thing, and obviously God has given us so much that when I look back and I see it's like we had nothing, and now we have whatever God has given. It's so much that sometimes it's hard to handle. So that's what makes me humble, that never I think we should never forget our where we come from. If we remember that, everybody will stay humble, I would say.
Muskan from Gurgaon once again. I'm preparing for my NEET UG exam, and as you said, it's not one of the easiest fields. How did you manage the pressure during your medical exams, and would like to give me some tips how to cope up with it?
I know it's been like, when I've given this exam, I was, I think, 23. So I think the pressure is a lot. I mean, I remember, I locked myself in this room like for 2-3 months, and I would prepare myself, and I would, I would just keep notes of things I have. I would come across the first time. Okay, this is also something. So I would just write it down, because racing, suppose or you've read somewhere things which are totally new, I would just write down, and next day I would just read it again. Next day again I would write down, and that's how the difficult thing I would remember, and obviously the easy one you still have it at the back of your mind. So this is how I would prepare.
This is Hetal from Pune. We want to see him in reality shows. How about Riaz brothers doing some random stuff at some holiday destination or some game show? Can he plan for some sort of reality shows with Asim and Norman together? We want to see both of them more and more.
Reality show, I think I'm done for this year, I would say. I mean, it's been 100 days, has been a lot. And now I just want I should encash this fame. I should, so that I get some financial support as well. Reality shows, what they do is it just, your mind gets screwed up, I would say. So to get back into reality, the show like Big Boss, it really, it takes time, and at least for 6 months, I'm not going to do any reality show. I'm just going to focus on the work which has come, whatever I've done in the Big Boss. So, yeah. But surely in coming future, yeah.
Okay, and Umar, I have a request. Please do go through the hashtag Umar Riaz with Faridun. There are millions of questions. I possibly cannot take all
Okay,
of
no
them.
problem.
But you love reading through those questions. I think they are amazing.